Welcome to another episode. Today's question is, how do experienced Buddhists preserve their equanimity and well-being in unfavorable circumstances? So I'll repeat the question, how do experienced Buddhists preserve their equanimity and well-being in unfavorable circumstances? So the question is how the Buddhist monks are equipoised, are calm, are sane in totally unfavorable circumstances. We get agitated, we get emotional or depressed in unfavorable circumstances. So first, I am not a Buddhist, I am not a monk, I am not a Buddhist, but for a realized person, any realized person, any enlightened person, they are equanimous. They maintain their poise, calmness, sereneness, even in unfavorable circumstances. Because for them, the results have no value. There is action, there is result. And normally our action is based on the goals, based on the results. But for an enlightened person, action is for action's sake. The moment demands a certain action, he does that action. The result, he is not so much bothered. The outcome will be whatever. He does his work very well. His action is perfect. But the results, it is not in his hands. He does it perfectly, so it should turn out perfectly, but it may or may not. So he maintains that poise, equanimous, irrespective of negative and positive of the results. So a situation warrants an action, he does it. Such a person is not elated at so-called favorable outcome or dejected at unfavorable outcome. For him both are same. He has done his action and there is a result. He does not term it as favorable or unfavorable. So next we will see an extract from Osho, finger pointing to the moon. Equanimity is the first thing. Nonduality is the second. Equanimity is a word a little difficult to understand because we use it loosely to mean different things. One person may abuse you and another person may bow down to you. Now, what do we mean by equanimity in relation to these? Does it mean that you should make an effort and control yourself, not to be angry with the one who has abused you, and not to be pleased with the one who respected you? No. If there is any effort or control, it is not equanimity. So somebody abuses you, you don't get angry. Somebody praises you, you don't respect him. Now that is an effort to control yourself. So equanimity is not controlling yourself, not an imposed self-control. It is not a self-regulation, a discipline. Equanimity means there is no reaction at all within you. You don't react and then control it. Self-control or self-regulation. The mind does not react. Whether somebody abuses you or respects you, there is actually no reaction with you because you understand the reality. The other person is ignorant. For him, if something pleases him or displeases him, that is not a matter. A situation warrants an action and you are doing it. That may produce favorable or unfavorable effect on the other person. simply nothing stirs within you. The abuse remains outside and respect remains outside. Nothing at all enters within your heart. When will this happen? This will happen when you have this equanimity. This will happen only when there is a witness within. When somebody abuses us, there is a reaction. On hearing abuse, we immediately feel that I have been abused, and the suffering begins. When somebody respects us, we feel happy because it feels I am respected. It means that whatsoever is done to you, you become identified with it. It is because of this that suffering and pleasure are created. Disharmony is created and balance is lost. A moral person also tries to attain equanimity, but such equanimity is imposed, cultivated. That person consoles within. What if somebody has abused me? There is no harm. And somebody respects him, he thinks, okay, it is his desire, I shall remain equanimity between these two. This sort of equanimity remains on the surface. It's not deep, because this man has no contact with his witness. His equanimity is character oriented. So sometimes in a not very conscious moment, he gets provoked. There is a little crack in his character. His disharmony is manifest. So that is the difference. A person who is really equanimous, realized person, he is not identified with what happens externally. For a moral person, it affects. So that is the difference. For a realized person, he is just a witness of whatever is happening outside. For a normal person, he may try to control. Externally, he may try to maintain an equanimous posture. But within him, the turmoil is there, which he controls. But for a realized person, the turmoil is not there. He does not control, because the situation is external to him. There is a story, a Buddhist story. A monk was walking alongside a stream when he saw a scorpion struggling in water. So he wanted to save it. He wanted to take it out and put it into the land. So he dived into the water, took the scorpion, and he was about to put it in the land when the scorpion stung him. So he withdrew his hand so fast that the scorpion again fell into the water. So again he took it out and tried to put it back in the land when again the scorpion stung him. So the same thing was repeated again and again till finally he could put it on the on the land. Take it out from the water and put it on the land finally. So somebody, his disciple, was watching him and asked, the scorpion is striking you again and again, but you are trying to catch hold of it and put it on the land again and again. Why do you do that? The monk calmly replied, no, it is the nature of the scorpion to strike us, and that is going to be painful. That is its nature. But my nature is to help it. That is my duty. So I will do it. So this is the story of the monk who saved the scorpion. He was equanimous. So that answers the question. How they maintain? They have realized. Any realized person, whether it is Buddhist monk or somebody, the question is asked about the Buddhist monk, but it is Buddhist monk or any other realized person. For him, he is the witness. Whatever external events that are happening, it does not affect him internally, mentally. He does this action because the action is warranted at that moment. He is not bothered about the result. That is the reason. So with this we will end this episode. Stay with me for another episode. Subscribe to my channel. Share this video. Thank you.